Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about that strange news about the Nvidia Shield in China getting some Wii games. Yes, in case you missed it, the big news is the Nvidia Shield is coming out in China, which is strange enough in itself, but what's even stranger is that 4 Wii games are going to come to it as well. And those games are New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Galaxy, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and Super Punch-Out! It's a pretty good mix of games, all be told. I'm a bit disappointed that there's no Pikmin in there, but you can't have everything. Now, the reason this is exciting is not because it's coming out in China or that, you know, it's a Nintendo game on a non-Nintendo system, because that has happened in China in the past with things like the IQ and stuff like that, which was like an N64 essentially. No, the exciting thing is that the Switch has extremely similar architecture to the Nvidia Shield, having the same Tegra chip base set and all that sort of thing, and all sorts of other technical things that I'm not qualified to talk about. So it is very likely that these games will be making their way to Switch, classic Wii games coming to the Switch, and what's more, they're HD. They've been remastered. They're not just straight ports over. Well, I mean, they couldn't be, could they? Because you're going to be using a traditional controller, and for things like waggle controls and stuff like that, just isn't going to work. So basically what we could be getting on the Switch is an HD Super Mario Galaxy and the other games maybe, but with traditional control sets. Mario Galaxy without the silly waggle, it's just like a dream come true. And they would work very well on the Switch for that very reason, because most games generally have to be playable without motion controls for the obvious reason the Switch is also a portable device and you can't really waggle in the same way when it's attached to the console. Just doesn't work. I've also seen a lot of people saying, well, surely this heralds the arrival of the Virtual Console, and, you know, if they're doing this on the Nvidia Shield, they would probably do this on the Switch, and therefore, Switch Virtual Console confirmed. And I'm here to say, sadly, probably not. Unless Nintendo is really changing the way they're thinking, the Virtual Console is probably just going to be straight ports like they have been in the past, you know, no bells and whistles added apart from, you know, sometimes a few little things like with Pokemon, but that's because it was so integral to the experience that Pokemon on the 3DS have that ability to trade. And there's no more link cables, so it had to be wireless. But pretty much every single other game that they've released on the Virtual Console has been pretty much a straight port. I mean, sometimes they've fiddled with resolutions and things like that, but it really is just, you know, sort of, you know, they're rendering the 3D stuff at a slightly high resolution, and the 2D art, you know, like the interface and stuff like that in Super Mario 64, it's still Pixelville. This all seems like a very obvious and calculated move. They are trying to create these games to sell them in the Chinese market. And, you know, it could be a very easy thing to port them over to the Switch, and therefore they could go worldwide with it. But it's not the same as a Virtual Console. These games have been specifically tailor-made to run in HD and with different control sets. Of course, it's still entirely possible that we will be getting Virtual Console, and to be honest, I think we could be seeing the Virtual Console as early as 2018, but still, I don't think this is indicative of anything to do with the Virtual Console. I think the Virtual Console, and if I say that word one more time I'm going to explode, will be an entirely separate beast, and this is unrelated basically. It's entirely possible that in the future, if we do get these, it'll be its own sort of line of Wii HD or something like that, you know, its own line, completely separate from the other system. The Virtual Console! All in all, though, I think it's a really exciting proposition to be able to take these old games that ran using a very specific control system and updating them to be a more sort of, I suppose, sort of safer bet for the future in regards to, you know, sort of things like future Virtual Console for systems that use a more traditional control scheme, which in the future is probably going to be most of them. I don't think the traditional controller is going anywhere, but the things that made the Wii work, they have pretty much already gone. Yes, I know in theory you could use dual Joy-Cons and you could use the whole sort of pointer system. We've already seen with games like Little Inferno that that can work, and then this being the, what is it, the nunchuck, I mean, that's just obvious. It's got the R, L, completely ruined that. It's got L, it's got ZL, and it's got the control stick. It's even got extra buttons, so it's a no-brainer. But you still can't use this on the go, and I think that is the main issue, really, which is all the more reason why, you know, sort of future-proofing their really important titles. Maybe not Crazy Girls Racing, or whatever it's called. I saw that in a shop recently. Very nearly bought it. So sadly, when it comes to news relating to the Virtual Console, I think we're going to be waiting a little bit longer at least. which is a shame because I really just want to know. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe this is indicative and the whole VC thing is going to happen and this is a sign of that. But what do you think? Let us know down there in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you click that virtual console button and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.